Hello grade 9, hope you're all sound and safe at home. Okay, so this week's grammar lesson is a continuation of last week's, lesson 8, noun clauses. We're going to do a quick revision at the beginning and then we're going to move to the new ideas. Okay, so what's a clause? A clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. What's a noun clause? A noun clause is a group of words that act as an object or as a subject of a sentence, okay? Now, the nouns clauses that we took so far begin with question words, and if you did your homework, you already know that the WH question words. Okay, so let's move on. So today we're gonna learn about noun clauses that begin with whether or if. Okay, let's see the question. Can she swim? Can is not a WH word, question word. Okay, so how will I answer that? You answer that by doing the following. I don't know. You add whether or if. Whether or if she can swim. So you introduce your noun clause with either whether or if. You could also add not to them. So for example, it would be I don't know whether or not she can swim. Or I don't know whether she can swim or not. So you could add it directly after whether or at the end of the sentence. Over here we've got the last example with if. I don't know if she can swim or not, okay? So with if we only add it at the end. We move on to noun clauses as the subject. So over here, if you look at over here, we've got our noun clauses after the verb know, okay? After the verb know, which means the noun clause is acting as the object. What if it's going to act as the subject? The same issue. Whether she can swim or not is difficult to say, so it's only going to come at the beginning of the sentence. This is the only thing. So I use whether or if to introduce my noun clause whenever I do not have a WH or how question word. Okay, we're gonna move to book page 52. The directions tell you change each question to a noun clause. Pay attention if there is a question word or not. So I did two examples for you. We're going to do them together and the rest are homework. Where are the students? Where? Where is a question word. Okay, so my noun clause will start with the question word. I wonder where, if you still remember, I will have the subject and then the verb. Where the students are. Okay, now over here in number 2, is she having a good time? Is a helping verb and not a question word. So what do? I use whether or if in my answer. So I wonder if she is having a good time, or you could say I wonder if she is having a good time or not, or you could say I wonder whether she is having a good time. So if or whether, subject she, and then the verb is having a good time. Okay, and then you continue the sentence. So we start with the if or whether, then the subject, then the rest of the clause. Okay, the rest are homework on book page 52. We move on to the next idea, which is question words followed by infinitives. Okay, infinitives are to plus the verb. The verb over here is in the base form, okay? Whenever I want to put question words and follow them with infinitive, I need to take out the subject. I need to take out any should, can, or could if it's present. And then I put to plus the verb. I'm going to give you an example now, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about. I don't know what I can do. So this is my noun clause acting as an object. What I can do. Where's my subject? I, okay, and then I've got can, and do is the verb. So if I want to use infinitive, I don't know what, I remove the subject, I remove can and add to plus the verb. I don't know what to do. Maha can't decide whether she should work or go out. How can I change it? You remove the subject, which is she, you remove should, and you add to. So Maha can decide whether, remove she, remove should, and add to whether to work or go out. Let's move to page 53. You have some exercises. I don't know what I should do. I need to change this sentence but keeping the same meaning by using infinitives. So where's my noun clause first of all? First of all, the first thing you do is you find your noun clause. I don't know what I should do. This is my noun clause. The second thing you do is you cross out the subject and you cross out any should, can, could, would, okay? So the answer would be I don't know what to do. Let's go to the second one. I'll do it with you and then the rest are homework. Please tell me where I can go. My noun clause, where I can go, okay? The second thing to do, cross out the subject. The third thing, cross can. The fourth, add to. Please tell me where to go, okay? The rest are homework. The last thing for today is noun clauses that begin with that. Over here, the noun clause itself is a statement and not a question. Remember in all the previous exercises you did, there was always a question and then you had to write the answer to the question. Over here, I do not have a question. There is a statement and you need to put this statement in a different sentence as a noun clause. For example, he lives in Beirut. I think that he lives in Beirut. So whenever this happens, whenever your noun clause is coming from a statement and not a question, you use that. You no longer are using a question word. You no longer are using whether or if. You begin your noun clause with that. I think that, subject, verb, you continue with the normal statement that he lives in Beirut. Okay, sometimes we can omit the noun clause only and only if it is taking the place of the object. If it is taking the place of the subject, you cannot omit it. I think that he is a good student. Okay? I think he is a good student. This is my noun clause. What did I do? I removed that. Okay? This is fine only and only if my noun clause is coming after the main verb and taking the place of the object, okay? And we can use that noun clauses with the fact, the word the fact. For example, the fact that Sally likes to study doesn't surprise me. Look over here. This is the noun clause altogether. It's coming before the verb. So it's the subject acting as the subject. I put the fact before the word that. So the final sentence would be the fact that Sally likes to study doesn't surprise me. Okay, we're gonna move to book page 54 to do some exercises and then the rest are homework, or the rest is homework. Combine the sentences using the fact that to introduce the noun clause. So I'm going to introduce my noun clause using the fact that. For example, Hadi came early. This is my first sentence. My second sentence is that surprised me. What do I do? The fact that Hadi came early surprised me. So I will move that. I will add before it the fact that, and move it to the first sentence, eliminate the full stop and combine them. For example, over here you've got Sam didn't finish his work. That made me angry. I will move that away. I will remove it. The fact that Sam didn't finish his work made me angry. I have a lot of work. That made me tired. Remove that. The fact that I have a lot of work made me tired. The rest, 3, 4, and 5, is homework. Stay home and stay safe, grade 9.